Men don't want to wife up hoes. This used to be common knowledge only 20, 30 years ago, but these days it has to be explained. The following clip is taken from Just Pearly Things, which is a YouTube channel I recommend everybody follow. Let's get into it.
I somewhat agree. I personally, it's very debatable because sometimes women don't know what they want, and like you said, like sometimes we think we know what they want by like doing stuff like cooking and cleaning and like spending more time with them. But like, it's like when the guy approaches them first, obviously they think that they're good looking and like, oh, let me try, to be fair, like, oh, let me try this, let me try that. And it's like at the end we might not get what they want, and then we'll obviously get angry because they approached us first. And it's just like, what did you want in the beginning with me anyway?
Sex.
Pussy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it's just, but like in this, like, especially like I'm 24 as well. Like I'm like, if you approach me and like you really want, no, like you should know what you like, guys. You should know what you want as well. Like even
Sex.
yeah. Yeah, like, and then when we don't want that, you look mad.
Do they get mad or do they move on?
No, some of them get
Both.
mad.
Fair enough.
Both.
All right. So what?
Yeah, both. Yeah, both. Yeah.
Fair enough. So what I'd say is, male and female relationships are transactional. Men want sex.
Facts.
Women want relationships. Women control access to sex. Men control access to relationships.
That's true.
It's a game that you're playing with a guy. If you can withhold sex long enough for him to kind of get to the point where he feels like he needs to wife you, then you're playing the game right.
And
I just want to say the guy on the left looks like Martin Shkreli.
and also a lot of guys, if they know you've slept with guys before, like very quickly, they're and they want to date you, but you're making them wait. They're just thinking like, what am I doing here?
And a lot of these bitches will make you wait. Some other guy has hit it the first night. Just always remember that. So when these bitches tell you, I want to go out on 3 dates first, there's some guy who pulled up in slides and a tank top and he hit it without even buying this bitch a bottle of water. So keep that in mind, guys. And that's not every single female, but most of these chicks, when they say no hookups or, oh, I need to be wined and dined first, they're capping. Because some guy came through, hit it raw, and he didn't have to do shit.
You didn't make him wait.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so a lot of guys get frustrated.
Pearl
and
knows.
just
Pearl
leave
knows,
because,
man.
You know,
Pearl's-
it's like you slept with 3
Pearl's
guys on the
based
football
as fuck.
team. So why on earth am I waiting for this?
Then guys will do the same
But
thing.
then that just shows you wasn't serious in the first place. Then that just shows that.
Guys don't do the same thing. Guys don't make women wait for sex. What are you talking about?
But then that just shows you wasn't serious.
Why on earth?
Which
just
bitch
leave?
said that?
Because you know, it's like you slept with 3 guys on the football team. So why on earth am I waiting for this?
Exactly.
Then guys will do the same
But
thing.
then that just shows.
No, this fucking Lil Wayne looking like bitch is delusional. Guys don't make females wait for sex. What guy has ever made a woman wait for sex? What is this bitch talking about?
You wasn't serious in the first place. Then that just shows that he was just actually there for sex because
No.
Tom got it quicker than I did.
Harry.
No, it shows men value purity, so they don't want a girl that slept with a lot of guys.
But it's fine for them.
But it's fine for them to do.
Many.
yeah, because men and women are different.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's easy for us. You can walk
They don't
outside.
want to
I could walk
accept that men
outside.
and women
But what
are
will
different.
happen?
What?
Okay, let me-
No, like it's easy for us. You can walk outside. I could walk outside.
But what will happen? Okay,
What?
let me-
No,
let me-
I agree. We're all human. Like it's not like girls don't want to have sex, but it's valuable to a guy to have a girl that hasn't had as many experiences because it lowers your value the more people you slept with.
I find that
Sadly,
100%.
sadly, but
Find that
it's
so
true.
They're
but
not
but
gonna want to
it's
accept
like-
this
yeah,
because
what-
even these 3 bitches, they're not gonna want to accept that because even these 3 hoes, I would not touch any single one of them. But even these 3 bitches, including the creature on the left, I don't want to be mean, including the person on the left. Bro, even her, she probably has a high body count because these females don't understand. They don't even have to be pretty to have a high body count. But a man, you have to be a G. You have to have your looks up. You have to have your money up. You have to have a nice place. You have to have a whip. You need all those things as a man to be high value and to have a high body count. But these bitches, man, they don't need, or you could just be straight up good looking or have good dick game and get a high body count. But these bitches don't even have to look good. You know, they don't have any requirements to get D, so that's why it upsets them so much. And the thing with body count is you can't take it back. That's why it also upsets these females so much, because it's something they can't change.
Why is that?
Society just made it like
It's
that.
a biological.
Society, whenever a bitch says society, she's gonna talk pure bullshit. It's gonna be just something. Whenever a bitch says it's society, it's just, it means she doesn't want to be accountable for her actions. She's gonna blame everything, all her problems, all her faults, on an external force called society, which she has no control over. So therefore, it's not her fault.
Thing.
Yeah,
Society.
One at a
because
time, guys. One at a time.
Biologically,
Society.
men and women are different. So historically, men had to ensure paternity. So they had to make sure that the woman that they were sleeping with, like that she was passing on his genes. And so we can't make our biological like need go away. The same way we can't help that we like men taller than us because historically we had to find a guy to protect us. It's just innate in them. They can't help it. So it like how would you feel if you were dating a girl and you found out later, like after you were together, that she slept with 3 of your boys?
Oh my
But that's
god.
his boys. Like,
Okay, no, let's say
Bro, there's this one girl right now who's been hitting me up, and I know she hits me up comments on all my stories. And I know she likes me, but I can't take that chick seriously. Even though she's cute. She's got a decent job. I don't really give a fuck about the job, but she's cute. But I can't even deal with it because 2 of my homies have hit it already. At the same time.
let's say
Done.
three acquaintances. You don't know.
You think I'm gonna fucking take that chick seriously? Yeah, I could smash her, but at this point in my life, I'm not even just interested. Like, I don't care. You know? Don't wife up these hoes, man.
girl and you found out later, like after you were together, that she slept with 3 of your boys.
Oh my
but that's
god.
his boys. Like,
Okay, no, let's say
Done.
three acquaintances. You don't know them well.
that's still. The,
I found out later.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, no, I'd be fuming.
yeah.
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 Facts, man.
If I,
Guys
if I
don't
knew
want-
before, then I
Guys don't want
would
the
have made a
town bite.
choice. Obviously, I
Nobody
wouldn't
wants to be with the
still,
town
but I
bison.
would have made a choice to be there. But if I know later and now I'm in deep, then I would be fuming because I've invested all this time, effort, money to know that there's brothers in and around me looking at me going, yeah,
Now,
Now it kind of
No.
makes
I've
you
been
look.
there.
now, what if you waited a month to bang her and you found out that all of them slept with her on the first date?
yeah, I'm fighting everyone. Can't lie.
Because a guy wants you to like view him as the best that like you can do. So if we're going around making one guy wait and giving it to another guy immediately, like
Facts.
to the guy, it's like you don't like him. You liked the other guys more, and you're just settling for the other guy, right?
Facts.
Would you, man, is that
Yeah, fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Facts.
point. Because men don't like to feel like they're being settled for at all, I don't think. I think
Not at
men
all.
like feeling like a woman is there to settle for him. Men, like you said,
Yo,
does like
Martin
to feel
Shkreli's got a
he
British
is the
accent.
best that woman wants, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
The thing is, I think whoever you get as a partner, they want to be treated like a 10, and you want to be treated like a 10. Whether you are objectively in terms of beauty standards or not isn't the point. The kind of
Men were inherently competitive, especially guys at the top, or even more so. So we don't like being second place to anybody. So if I find out you made me take you out 3 dates before giving me the business, but some other guy bought you a cup of Starbucks and you gave him the goods, I'm gonna be pissed.
relationship you have with your partner, you should be each other's 10.
This is what I
Do you get what I'm saying? But is that possible if like a 5 is going for a 10? I don't think so.
I don't
Well,
see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's the
A chick who's a 5 can fuck a guy who's a 10. But a guy who's a 5 can't fuck a chick who's a 10 unless he's paying her.
problem is I don't think that can happen where everyone gets their first choice, because
No.
especially nowadays you have 80% of women sleeping with 20% of guys. So
Facts.
the 5 thinks she's an 8 because she's sleeping with
Facts. She's referring to the Pareto principle. So 20% of the guys on Tinder are fucking all the bitches. The top 80% of females are going for the top 20% of guys. OkCupid released their numbers. Tinder did too. You guys can look it up on Google.
with the 8, 9, or 10.
So that's why I keep telling you motherfuckers, you got to get your game up. It's not enough to just make 30, 40K a year and be average and be in average shape or be overweight. Can't be doing that out here. Even to get average bitches, the most basic pussy, you got to be the fucking man. If you want to get consistent pussy, at least, you might get one bitch here and there. But if you want to be constantly spinning plates and you want to have a roster, you got to be the top man out here. You got to be the man. You got to be a G.
And so when she gets married, she's going to view her husband as less. That's another
Facts.
issue with sleeping with a lot of guys. Did you know if you sleep with more than 5 guys, your chance of a happy marriage after 10 years, it goes from 80% to 25%.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, casual sex.
Why?
Is something.
Because the more men you sleep with, you lose your ability to bond with each one.
Pair bonding.
Yeah, it's pair bonding. So if you sleep with one guy, you're going to compare the next guy to him. If you sleep with 10 guys, you compare all 10. If you sleep with 20, you compare all 20.
And guys hate being compared to other guys.
Well, they hate being, but it makes you more divorced. Like,
Yeah.
You're not likely to be divorced, but you're more likely to leave if you did that because you're with your husband thinking about the last, 10 guys that maybe weren't as good as the one you married.
Facts.
Well,
That's why most of the females, especially in the West, where we have an open sex market, these women who marry, the most of the women, when they marry, they don't respect their husbands because their husband is not the best that they've ever gotten. Chris Rock had a joke about this, and it words it perfectly. But most of these bitches out here who are married now at 29, 30, the guy that they met at 29, 30 was not the best they've ever had. And that's why they never respect the man. They never follow his lead. Because when you've had fucking all the top guys who only wanted you for casual sex, and then you try to settle for an average guy, you're just unable to respect them. And that's one of the reasons things are so screwed up. I personally had this chick, man. She was a 7. And I smashed her. I didn't want anything serious with her. I was just having sex with her. And I feel kind of bad because I did break her heart. She's a good girl. But a few months after I broke up with her, she ended up marrying some dude. And he was a schmuck. He was like, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but compared to me, standing next to me side by side, anyone could tell that was a lesser individual. And do you think she truly respects that man? Probably not. But that's how it is, man. Most of these women who are married to their husbands, that's why most of the women in the West don't respect them. Most don't respect their husbands because they're not the best that they've ever had.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's just mad. I think that's mad because like
Made you think, innit?
yeah, because wait, but mostly girls. Okay. Girls always go for like a relationship.
It's mad because you don't like the truth because it goes against everything that you've been taught, and it makes you look bad because you have a high body count. You've been ran through, even though you're fucking below average in my opinion.
Relationship. So cool. If they sleep with more than 10 people,
More
and
than
then they
5.
find more than 5 people, and they find someone, are they still gonna be okay? Cool, like he's not as best as Jake. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
don't
I think
think
it depends on the girl. It
Yeah.
absolutely depends on the girl.
Okay.
And it depends who she marries. Does she marry a guy that's better than all the guys she slept with, or does she feel like she's settled? Like I'll give you an example. If there's a guy,
See, she went because they've never really thought about this stuff. They just go in, they live based on what society's told them. Yeah, go out, girl, be a hoe, have a high body count. They just do shit without thinking about it too much.
like for me, and I didn't realize what I was doing, right? But if there's a guy that to me is like a 9, right? And he's talking to me, I'm like, why are you talking to me? Because I just immediately think that he wants sex.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you're a little out of my life. I feel like you just
out of my league type thing. Yeah.
And it's because, and I didn't realize that's an innate response to not wanting to be alpha widowed. And an alpha widow is basically when you sleep with a guy that's so high value, no one else can compare. And so every guy, so your husband might pay for it because you're sleeping with your husband wishing it was the other guy.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Goddamn.
And I don't know about you, but I've found that there's always girls always have one ex that they like can't get over.
Can't get over.
That they can't. That it doesn't matter who they date after. They're always thinking about that last ex. And when I was in college, I remember just thinking, "Wow, this is so weird. Like everyone's got that one, and that's everyone's alpha widow." Like I'll give you a story. I tell this story all the time on my show. So there was a girl I went to school with. She was like the girl next door you never would have known. She slept with a guy, or she was dating a guy for like a month freshman year. Okay. And they broke up because he was kind of a player. Like he cheated on her. Like I'm like, a month? Like that's so soon. Yeah, I know. I'm like, you couldn't make it a month. Anyways.
Have you briefed?
Anyway, yeah. So like fast forward 4 years later, she's dating a new guy. This man treats her like a queen. Okay. He bought her a house. She bought her a house, moved.
Don't be doing that sucker. Don't be doing that sucker shit, guys. I know a guy who I knew him from grade 6, and all of a sudden he hits me up after all these years because he's been seeing my stories on Instagram. He knows your boy's pimping out here. So at first when he called me, I thought he wanted money or some shit, but he wanted advice. He's like, "Oh, I married this chick and she left me. She made me put the house in her name even though I had bought the house before we got married." I'm like, "What the fuck are you calling me for now? It's already done now. You should have called me before you fucking signed the house to her name." And he ended up losing the house. So he lives in England now, which is like way more screwed up than any other Western country. So anyways, he ends up losing the house, lost everything. So man, don't be that fucking guy, man. Don't get played out here by these bitches. Don't be doing that shit. Have everything in your name. I would say avoid legal marriage. I'm not saying don't cohabitate. Is that the fucking word? I think. Yeah. I'm not saying don't live with a woman. Don't cohabitate with a woman. I'm not saying that. Sure, live with them. But don't make sure everything's in your name. If you're renting, make sure the lease is in your name. Have everything in your name. And don't get married on paper with the government. Have a religious ceremony if you want. But keep the government out of your business, man. Or you end up losing your house, your income, and everything in between, including your pride and your dignity.
Moves her into the house.
Where you find him?
Amazon?
They're
Which is
still
the most
together. They're
important.
still
Find him on Amazon.
Yeah. No, they're still together to this day. I would say he probably wasn't as like good looking as the guy from freshman year, or had like as much of a smooth talker,
Yeah.
but like good, reliable, responsible guy. Bought her a house, moved her in, all this stuff. We're at a party, okay, and
Oh God.
yeah, I'm at a party. And she's there, and the guy that bought her the house isn't coming, but he's gonna get there in like an hour, okay? And I see her. She goes into the bathroom, and I'm like, why is that? Like, where'd she go? And
Don't say her name.
and she comes. I see her come out of the bathroom with the guy from freshman
Oh, for
year.
fuck's sake.
She was sleeping with him in the bath. I don't know how long or what happened. I
was
just
having an
I
affair.
just was like,
And he's gonna
and you
come
never
to the
would have known
party.
because she was like the girl next door, and yeah, she's like still with the other guy today.
And the guy from freshman year probably doesn't want her on a long-term basis. That's the only reason they're not together, is because he doesn't want her like that long-term. He's just using her for sex. And these bitches don't mind getting used for sex as long as it's the right guy. Even if they know they're being used for sex. As long as she believes you're high value enough or above her to a degree, they will fuck, man. They'll fuck unconditionally. They only make these conditions for beta males. So that guy, probably the guy who bought her the house, is beta, I would say. That's why they have these requirements. They have these requirements for guys they're not really attracted to that much.
And that's so when I think of alpha widow, that's what I think of.
Was she drunk?
I don't know,
But that's not
probably.
an excuse.
Yeah.
Not an excuse.
No.
Not an
No,
excuse at all.
I don't like. I
No.
wasn't super close with her like that. We were just on the like. We just
Yeah.
like we're the same friends, right? But I was like, oh my god, this happened so long. This is for like she's probably hooking up with him the whole time.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
so when
she
I think of
was.
an alpha, like that's the problem when you get a bigger and bigger body count. Is like you're more likely to find a guy that like,
Guys, let's just say your bitch has, your girl, I'm trying to be nice today. Let's just say your girl has a 35, let's just say your girl, let's go lower. Let's just say your girl has a 20 body count. And you're the 21st. Now you're competing with all those 20 dudes that came before you. You're competing in terms of height, with them. You're competing in terms of income. You're competing with them with dick size, many other things. Do you want to? Are you better than the? If you consider yourself better than 20 random dudes on the street, which I do. If you pick any 20 guys off the street, I'm better than them in every single metric you can imagine. But if you're not that, reconsider that relationship, because she's probably thinking about one of those dudes, and odds are one of them was at least better than you in some regard. So,
Next guy can't compete with, especially if you're batting out of your league.
and bitches are batting out of their league. All the bitches on Tinder are batting out of their league. You think they look at guys and go, he's a little bit out of my league, so maybe I shouldn't fuck him. No, it's not that. They just fuck with the best that they can, which all the power to them. But do you want to compete with all those guys on Tinder? All the top dudes? Unless you're a top level guy yourself, it's not worth losing your house for, my guy.
A house. And you
And even if you're a top level guy, I consider myself a top level G. And even then, I'm not fucking buying no bitch a house. I'm never putting a female on the house title. Are you kidding me? It's retarded, bro. The guys who do that are fucking goofy as fuck.
dude slept with the other guy.
That's tough.
Did he find
Some
out?
of y'all started thinking,
I don't know. I don't look at it. wasn't.
yo.
I was a senior, so I was just about to like leave the school. So I was just like, I'm graduating. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
That's
like.
what left.
I'm sorry, but men really shouldn't lead
So
with their
even though Pearl feels bad for the dude, she's not gonna tell. It's like girl power shit. And I like Pearl. She's based as fuck. But it's that girl power shit. They're not gonna rat on each other. Just like most dudes don't rat on each other unless they're bitches. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining though.
wallets when it comes to in engaging with females.
They should not.
They really
They
shouldn't.
should not.
And they should.
Look, money is a bonus. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nice thing to have. Yeah, it's a nice thing to flaunt, and it's a nice thing to spend on your partner. Yeah, but if you're gonna buy a house and then just
Well,
He didn't.
that's a
Like,
lot.
the guy didn't lead with his wallet. It
Okay.
was after a couple years.
That's a bit different.
Yeah, they were together for like a minute. Like,
But if he's getting cheated on,
but he didn't know. I'm telling you, like some guys, and I maybe you guys would disagree, but I don't think the boyfriends. I think it's very hard for men to tell if you're the girl's second choice because you might not be fighting all the time. You might you really probably won't ever know. The friends know. The
Yeah.
the
The
friends.
girlfriends.
The
Yeah.
friends
The
always
girlfriends
know.
they won't tell you either.
The family
They're
might.
not.
I
They're
mean,
not gonna
are
tell
you
you.
are you going to tell the girlfriend if your friend's cheating?
Exactly.
Yes,
It's the same-
I personally,
I will.
I would.
I don't care.
I know. I mean,
personally, I would.
I don't care. I'm sorry.
You would what?
So okay. She,
Go- let's go
say,
round.
Let's say your friend. Let's say she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She's cheating.
Oh,
Yeah.
if she's cheating.
Yeah, you know.
And I know.
Do you tell her boyfriend?
hell no.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
No, if the guy is cheating on her.
No, I'm talking
No,
about your
the other way
friend.
around.
No, but I'm saying if the guy cheated on her, I'll tell you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
that's
Oh,
yeah,
if I
yeah, yeah,
told-
I think both genders
I am
are loyal to
holding-
each other in that
listen.
way.
Exactly.
But we're not gonna
don't get that
snitch if our girl's cheating or if the guy's cheating.
That's the thing. So look, I've been friends with LJ since we were like 14 years. I was 14 years old. He's 16.
Right.
Yeah? Like we've been friends for over 10 years.
right.
If I knew that he had a wife and he was cheating on her, I think I could look him in the eye and say we would probably fight. I think I could look him in the eye
Okay,
and
this
just
dude's kind of lame, man. He's a little bit soy.
genuinely
Do you-
just
That
say
wasn't
like,
the
Would
question.
Would you? I mean,
Martin Shkreli, you should knock him out, bro.
I would
Look at Martin Shkreli, bro. That is you guys telling me that's not Martin Shkreli?
have something to say.
well, yeah, you might say it to him, but you're not gonna go to
They're trying to tell me Martin Shkreli's in prison, bro. This guy's out here making podcasts.
his wife.
Well, I would probably give him an ultimatum and say, if you aren't going to tell your wife,
Right, but you're an exception.
Something's gonna
You're
happen.
An exception. You're not the rule.
Sure,
You're not,
perhaps
like,
that's
most
the
men-
case.
Nah, he's capping. No, you
think I'm capping?
No, I don't
You think I'm capping?
Hear me out. I think you're capping on the sense that if you were in the situation, yes, I believe you'd get angry with him.
I am more
Wait,
loyal
let
to
me
my
finish.
principles
Let
than
me-
I am my
let-
friends.
Let me finish.
Go on.
I think you'd get at him. I think as a man of principle, you would speak to him, you'd fight him,
And
you'd
then
have
I'd
that
have to knock
discussion
this
with him.
motherfucker out of
Yeah.
principle.
I don't think you would go,
Go to the wife.
Me
wife.
personally.
I don't think it's right.
Okay,
Marriage,
I
a
agree.
bond is
It's
between-
not right for me to directly speak to her.
Hear me out. Hear me
Sorry,
out.
go.
Yo, if this guy snitched on me, told my girl I was fucking around, I'd knock that beard right off his face, bro. He'd lose his English accent and start talking properly.
A bond is between two people.
Mm.
They're in a relationship together. There is no third person.
Right.
The moment you go
That's
and
what
interfere in that, right, you're playing a dangerous game.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
You
It's a
d-
dangerous game.
You don't know that she may already know
He's gonna snitch on his friend to tell some random bitch that your boy's cheating? Bro, what's wrong with you, man? This is men now?
that he's cheating.
What happened to
but
bros
she's happy
before
with the
hoes?
benefits. The moment you come, no, hear me out. The moment
What
you
benefits to cheating?
I can't believe Pearl let this motherfucker on the show, bro. She needs to have some real G's on, like me.
so women marry or are in relationships mainly for status.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
understand-
I get that. I get that.
Let me finish.
Go on.
They understand that if they are with a man of high value,
Mm.
they are willing to compromise the idea of cheating because they understand that they may not be able to get another man of that kind of value or status. So they are willing to go through the bullshit as long as it's not out in the open and people don't know.
And
Yeah, he's right. I can't lie.
and girls are more attracted to guys that cheat. I mean, why do you think they say men are
Facts.
attracted?
I've never had a single girl leave me for cheating. I've not had a single girlfriend of mine ever leave me for cheating. And I've had 4 of them catch me at least. And not a single one of those long-term girlfriends that I had left me for cheating. It's a fact, bro. Take that to the bank. They like a guy who has options and who can fuck around on her. As soon as she feels like you can't find no other pussy to fuck, her pussy's gonna dry up for you. She's gonna be like, oh, this nigga ain't shit.
Gosh, why do you think they're always complaining about getting cheated on? We pick them. Like, because historically, there's biological roots to everything. So historically, if a man could take care of other women, that meant that he could take care of us. So if we see that he's taking care of another woman, like, then we're attracted to that. It's kind of messed up. But how many girls?
And it also shows that you can get pussy, and bitches like that shit. I'm gonna end the video here because that's the end of the video. These women don't know what they're attracted to. It's like you have to be hunting gazelles to know how to hunt a gazelle. A gazelle won't know how to hunt a gazelle. So these bitches don't even know what they like, what they actually like, how their biology actually works, and the things they respond to. So it's interesting to fucking have these bitches sit here and be surprised when a lot of this information is provided to them. Also, these bitches are obviously delusional that men don't want to be with ran-through women. They don't seem to understand that. This was a concept that was understood across all cultures globally, but it's not anymore. And in other cultures around the world, hoes are still looked down upon. And I'm not saying if you're a bad person if you're a hoe. I know some hoes that are wonderful people. I really do. But guys don't want to wife up hoes, especially if you're a man with options. You have money, you got cars, you got condos, you got bitches hitting you up, you got options, you got Tinder matches constantly on your phone coming up. You're not gonna settle for a bitch, woman, who's got like 25, 50, 100 body count. So this channel is for men's improvement, but I put some of this info out there for the ladies as well, because this stuff is not being told to y'all. You guys are not being made aware. So I'm happy to educate all you motherfuckers. All I ask for is a like and subscribe to the channel. This is Player's Perspective. I'll see you in the next one.